Hi guys, this is Moni from PTE Magic. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be looking at the reading part because last month I've been receiving a lot of emails from students asking me to explain more about the reading section, which is why in today's video we're going to be using mock test A from Pearson, which is the official practice mock test for PTE. And in this mock test I got 90 in reading and also 90 for 3 other modules. But just a warning for you guys that if you haven't done mock test A and you don't want to see the answers, then stop watching it now. But if you're not planning to do the test and just want to see the explanation and some tutorials, then yes, go ahead and watch the video. If you guys are not my subscriber yet, then please click the subscribe button below. This video will be divided into 2 parts. In the first part, in this one, I'll be showing you guys multiple choice questions and reorder paragraph. So let's get started. Reading in score test A, and you can see that we have 32 to 41 minutes. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so you can see the time is already running. Here we have 15 questions and 41 minutes. The time here that is given to you is much longer than the actual exam. In the real test, you will have less time than 41 minutes. Okay, let's have a look at the questions here. It's a multiple choice questions and only one answer is accepted. So it's multiple choice questions, single answer. Let's read the question. What is the main issue which is concerning the writer? So let's quickly have a look at the options first. The reasons behind Aristotle's philosophy, the way in which writers distort reality, the extent to which language influences thought, the causes of differences between languages. Okay, so I'm just going to underline the keywords. In the exam, I'll probably have to write it on my erasable notepad. So the reasons, yeah, behind the philosophy, writers distort reality. Okay, the way, right? Extent to which language influence thought. Language influence thought. And then the causes of differences between languages. Okay, so let's check. So because when we're finding the main issue, it's normally at the beginning or at the end. So let's just check it. But the text is very short anyway, so I think we have time to read through it. If our language acts as a pair of glasses with tinted lenses, can we go one step further? It's not relevant at all. Are these lenses actually distorting? Does our language predispose us to a particular line of thinking and warp our view of reality? Do the differences that exist between languages in the grammatical structure or in the vocabulary actually control our patterns of thought? Okay, as some linguists have asked, how different would Aristotle's logic have been if he had spoken Mandarin or Hopi? Okay, this is the key. How different would Aristotle's logic have been if he had spoken Mandarin or Hopi? Okay, so first one, the reasons. Yeah, there's nothing mentioned about reasons, so no. The way in which writers distort reality. No, I don't think anything about reality mentioned here. Like here, like a little bit here, but it's still irrelevant. The extent to which language influenced thought. Maybe this one, yeah. The extent to which language influenced thought. How different would Aristotle's logic? Logic means thought. Yeah. Same thing. Have been if he has spoken Mandarin or Hopi. So if he has spoken different language, his logic would be a bit different, right? So this might be potential answer. And the last one, the causes of differences between languages. I don't think like it really mentions the differences, the causes, the causes of differences between languages. Here it says, do the differences that exist between languages in the grammatical structure or in the vocabulary actually control our pattern of thought? Yeah, it's just like this question doesn't contain like the causes of differences between languages. So after we eliminating three options, we have found our answer, which is this one here. The extent to which language influence thought. Because normally, the tip for you is pay more attention to like the introduction or the conclusion. What is the main issue which is concerning the writer? Here. As some linguists have asked, how different would Aristotle's logic have been if he had spoken Mandarin or Hopi? So if he spoke a different language, it will influence his thinking in different way. Okay, next one. Okay, next one. Again, read the text and answer the multiple choice question by selecting the correct answer. Only one response is correct. So again, this is a multiple choice question and single answer. So let's read the question. This information suggests that the key way in which the concept of fear of crime has changed is that. Okay, what is the keyword here? Always find the keywords in the question. The key way in which the concept of fear of crime is a specific question. The last question that we had was about the main idea. But this one is asking us to find key information, a specific information. The key way in which the concept of fear of crime has changed is that. The key way. We have to find the way. Okay, the option. It is now regarded as a measurable phenomenon. Measurable phenomenon. Okay, measurable phenomenon which can be addressed through government policies. Okay, before the 1960s, there's a specific numbers mentioned, so we can find the number here in the text to see if it's relevant. It was linked, so before 1960s, it was linked to victimization without being linked to more commonly held views about violence. Okay, so before 1960s, again, it referred to personal issues, whereas now it refers to abstract issues. Okay, so personal issues. So before 1960, it was referred to personal issues, but now it is more like abstract issues. Okay. Then the last one, it was previously conceived in physical terms. So previously, so before, whereas it is now seen in psychological terms. Okay, psychological terms. So let's check these two first, 1960s. And fear of crime, fear of crime. Let's find the keywords first. The fear of crime. Fear of crime is this one over here. It's a recent invention, so recent. Okay, however, prior to mid, this is the keyword here. Prior to mid 1960, and before the 1960s, the term was never used. Okay, so the term was never used, but in here it says it was linked to victimization, and then here is like it referred to personal issues, but it never used. Okay, so meaning that these two are incorrect because they say that it was linked to something and it referred to something, but in the text it says the term was never used. Okay, and certainly not in the sense we use it today. This may not on the face of it seems very significant. Terms, ideas, and language continually change. However, fear of crime is more than simply a term to describe a physical or psychological reaction. Okay, something physical and psychological here. It was previously conceived in physical terms, whereas it is now seen in psychological terms. In here it says, however, fear of crime is more than simply a term to describe a physical or psychological reaction to the threat or perceived threat of victimization. So none of this one. Rather, it is now seen as quantifiable, measurable. Can you see it here? It is now seen quantifiable, measurable. This one here. Social scientific object, a policy target, and a political issue, which can be addressed through through government policies. So the correct answer should be A. You need to find the keywords. Always find the keywords in the option, the keyword is here. Psychological and physical. Fear of crime is more than simply a term, so it's more than these two, than both of them. Yeah, not just like psychological terms, right? So the correct answer is the first one. Okay, let's go to the next one. According to the article, which of the following are true about this instant noodle business? According to the article, which of the following are true about this instant noodle business? So the keyword here is instant noodle business. The first one is Mr. Ando's products are not well known outside Japan. Yeah, not well known outside Japan. Next one, outside Japan. When instant noodles came on the market, they cost much less than the fresh one. Cost much less, so less, less than the fresh one. So they're cheaper than the fresh ones. Okay, Mr. Ando's business venture was successful with the public. Okay, successful. Mr. Ando's purchased the firm Nissan for $3 billion. Okay, and he purchased this firm. Mr. Ando was initially concerned. There's a name, so you can find the name here and even the number. Mr. Ando was initially concerned about having so many competitors. Okay, competitors and concern. Okay, people in the noodle business initially ridicule his idea. Ridicule here means like they were like making fun of his idea. They did not take it seriously. Okay, let's find this first. Miss Andrew purchased the firm Nissan for $3 billion. Okay, I can find 3 billion here and Nissan here. And it says what? The Japanese wanted instant noodles, the most important 20th century invention. Sony workman's notwithstanding, Mr. Ando's firm Nissan became a $3 billion global enterprise. So he already had it. He didn't buy it for $3 billion. He already had the firm. So, which means that this answer is incorrect. Okay, let's find the other one, like fresh. This one, for example, fresh noodles. I like fresh. I can find fresh here and then fresh here. Let's read it here. And were laughed at by fresh noodle makers all over Japan. They were just a high-tech craze costing 6 times as much as the fresh stuff. They would never catch on. Okay, so they were more expensive. They didn't cost less, but they cost more than the fresh ones. But in here it says cost much less, which is incorrect. It should cost more, like 6 times more. Okay. Okay, another one. I think the one that we read before gave us a good information and were laughed at by fresh noodle makers all over Japan. They were laughed at, so they laughed at his idea. So it means they ridicule Miss Ando's idea. And it means that this will be our correct answer. Okay. What about this one? Miss Ando's products are not well known outside Japan. Outside Japan. Is there anything in Japan here? Outside Japan? I can't find anything like makers all over Japan. But there's nothing about outside Japan, which means that this is not given. So we don't choose it. And by the way, in this question, you will need to select more than one response. Can you see that the square boxes means you have to select more than one response? And there's a negative marking in this task. So if you choose a wrong answer, you're going to lose a point. Okay, but if you don't choose enough answer, you're just not going to get the point for it. So for example, if there's 3 answers, but you only choose 2, then you're getting 2 points. But if there's 3 answers, but you chose 4, then you get 2 points if like 3 answers are correct. Okay, so what about this one? Competitors. Do we have competitors here? Okay, by the end of the first year, Momofuku Ando had sold 13 million bags and had attracted 1,000 competitors. He never looked back. So he was not concerned about having so many competitors. It's not true. He did have competitors, but he was not concerned about it. So no. And last one, Mr. Ando's business. Pretty sure it's correct because so far we only have one correct response, right? So we have to choose more than one. Mr. Ando's business venture was successful with the public. Obviously, it was mentioned here. The Japanese voted instant noodles the most important 20th century invention. Okay, Sony woman not listening. Okay, right. Let me just choose the answer here. So successful, and they ridicule his idea. Okay, these two answers. Okay, next one. Okay, next one is a bit longer text. Yeah, so it will take a bit of time, but remember, multiple choice questions are not your priority. Okay, your priorities are other tasks in fill in the blanks and reorder paragraph. So ideally in the exam, like I'm explaining everything to you, which is why it takes a bit longer. But in the exam, you will have to be really fast with like eliminating the answers, getting the keywords, skimming through the text. And if you can't do this task in 2 minutes, then just just choose random answers and move on, because you're not going to get enough points, like not get many points for this task compared to reorder paragraph or fill in the blanks. Okay, so but they come later. But in the real test, they actually come first, so it's much better. What can you conclude from the passage about the author's opinion? Okay, it's very general. Yeah, very general. So normally if it's general, then it must be something in the beginning or like at the end. But I can see that the text is pretty long. Okay, let's go through the option. He doesn't agree that the United States, US, US has world domination, except in military matters. The structure of the sentence is a bit complicated. So it means that he thinks that United States doesn't have world domination except in military matters. So in terms of military, United States has the world domination, like in terms of military, but not in the other aspects. Yeah, like maybe not in the economy, not in technology. Okay, he worries that important transnational issues won't be resolved because the US is not given the lead. Okay, US is not given the lead, so he worries. Okay, the important transnational issues won't be resolved. Okay, he thinks that discussion of how power is distributed in the world, power distribution in the world are frequently oversimplified. Okay, oversimplified means they just make it too simple. Yeah, but it's not that simple. Keep in mind that the words that we'll be using in here are most likely paraphrased. So they will try to trick you by not using the same words in the text. So you will have to find the keywords in the text, but in the paraphrase version. He feels that the United States, as the richest country, should always get its way in economic matters. Okay, richest country always gets its way in economic matters. Okay. He doesn't believe that crucial issues in world politics should be compared to a game like chess. Okay, chess is the keyword. We just need to find chess here. Crucial should be compared. He doesn't believe here issues in politics. Okay, let's find our answers in the text. The first one, military matters. Let's find the military in here. Military. Oh, military issues, military reach. Okay, on the top board of classic entertainment military issues, the United States is indeed the only superpower with global military reach. Okay, the only. And it makes sense to speak in traditional terms of unipolarity of or hegemony. Okay. However, on the middle board of interstate economic issues, the distribution of power is multipolar. Okay. Okay, the United States cannot obtain the outcome it wants on trade, antitrust, or financial regulation issues without the agreement of European Union, Japan, China, and others. Yeah, so basically they have a lot of, United States has a lot of power in military, but not in other, other aspects. So this one is correct. Next one, transnational issues won't be resolved. Transnational issues is the keyword. Let's just find it here. Transnational issues. Okay, transnational issues like terrorism international. Okay, let's read the whole sentence. It makes little sense to call this American hegemony, and on the bottom board of transnational issues like terrorism, international crime, climate change, and the spread of infectious diseases, power is widely distributed and chaotically organized among state and non-state actors. Okay, it makes no sense. Yeah, it does mention something about transnational issues, but it doesn't say that he worries that they won't be resolved because the U.S. is not given the lead. So it doesn't mention anyway. So it's incorrect. He thinks that discussion of how power distribution is oversimplified. So let's think that we need to find something about similar to oversimplified. Either the words oversimplified will be here or otherwise something opposite. Okay, distribution of power. Let's find it. So power is okay. Freedom varies. We are told that is the only sport in a polar world. The agenda of world politics has become like a three-dimensional. Actually here, but the situation is far more complex than the first meets the eye. Okay, situation is far more complex than the first meets eye. Can you see this? The word complex is actually the synonym with the word oversimplified. Yeah, this distribution of power. Can you see it here? Distribution of power, and the situation is complex. Means that the how this power is distributed is actually oversimplified. Okay, this is correct. Next one, economic matters. Richest country. Does it mention somewhere that is richest country? Okay, I can't find anything about richest country, so no. He doesn't believe the crucial issues in the world should be compared to a game like chess. Okay, let's find the word chess. I think I saw it here. The agenda of world politics has become like a three-dimensional chess game. He actually compared, world politics has become like a three-dimensional chess game. He does compare, but here says he doesn't believe, but it actually is like that, like a chess game. Also incorrect. So the two answers will be this one, the first one, and then the third one. Yeah, the first one and the third one. Okay, next one. Okay, with reorder paragraph, what we're going to do is we're going to find, firstly, we have to find a topic sentence. Okay, in the lobby of internet search engine companies headquarters in California, computer screens display lists of words being entered into the company's search engine. Okay, it can be. Over the past year, a series of privacy gaps and government attempts to gain access to internet users' online history have, along with consolidation among online search and advertising groups, thrust the issue of internet privacy into the spotlight. Okay, in the issue of privacy, okay, this present definitely not cannot be because it has the word this, so can't be the first sentence. Although it says the system is designed to filter out any scandals. The system, okay, we don't know what system. Yeah, the fact that even a fraction, yeah, we don't know, so can't be the first one. However, yeah, the word however, so can't be the first one, so can only be these two. Okay, in the lobby of an internet search engine company's headquarters in California, computer screen display list of words being entered into company search engine. One of these one, right? But if you're in doubt, let's just find the pair first. Yeah, let's find pair first. You can see one pair here, which is this one and this one. Because it says that in the lobby, right? When you go into the lobby of the internet search company, I think it's Google, and you see that on computer screen shows a list of the words that being entered into company search engine. So whatever we search on the Google, it shows in the lobby. So this, the whole thing presents a challenge to internet search. Oh, no. Sorry. Okay, we found this one. Should be this one here, sorry. But we have to see if it makes sense. Although it says the system, here the system is this one here. The system means the company search engine. Normally pay attention to when you do reorder paragraph, whatever it ends with, the sentence ends with, it normally start the same thing will start the next sentence. Okay, into the company search engine. So the system is this one here. It's designed to filter out any scandalous or potentially compromising queries. The fact that even a fraction of searches can be seen by visitors to world's biggest search company is likely to come as a shock to internet users who think of web browsing as a private affair. So everyone thinks that it's private, but whatever they search on the internet is actually shown in the lobby. So next one, all the past series. Okay, here they already bring it into spotlight. Okay, so must be this one here. However, that may be changing. Why? Why is it changing? Because over the years, a series of privacy gaps and government attempts to gain access to internet users' online histories have, along with consolidation amongst online search and advertising groups, thrust the issue of internet privacy into the spotlight. So they took it into spotlight. They start investigating these online like internet search engine companies. So because they're taking it into spotlight, this will presents a challenge to internet search companies, which have built a multi-billion-dollar industry out of targeted advertising based on the information users reveal about themselves. Okay, because they taking it into spotlight, then it will bring a lot of problems to the internet search companies. Anyways, this will be our order here. Okay, let's go to the next one. Try to limit to only 3 minutes for this task. Okay, 3 minutes. Okay, next one. Let's find okay, 26 minutes because I've been explaining to you guys. But yeah, let's go to the next one here. First we have to identify the topic sentence. Okay, let's see, because it has the pronoun they, it can't be the first one. Here this also pronounced can't be the first one. Specifically linking word can't be the first sentence. They also, so must be this one. In May 2006, researchers at Yale University weighed in on green tea's health benefits with a review article that examined more than 100 studies on the subject. Okay, let's just drag it. Okay, so topic here is green tea's health benefits. green tea's health benefits. Okay, now we need to find the next one. However, I can see here they have they here and they have they here. They both means like the researchers, right? Refer to the researchers. But which one goes first? Pointed to the Asian paradox, lower rates of heart disease and cancer in Asia despite high rates of smoking. And then here, they theorize that the 1.2 liters of green tea consumed by many Asians each day provides a high level of polyphenols and other antioxidants. Okay, did you pay attention that they have the word Asians here? Many Asians, and they have Asian paradox here and Asia here. But this is the first time they mention about the Asian paradox in the quotation mark. They're using quotation mark to saying that this is the first time they bring up the term Asian paradox, and then they want to talk about Asia, and then they talk more about Asian people here, which means that this one should go before this. Yeah, let's just put it here. As they pointed to the Asian paradox, lower rates of heart disease and cancer in Asia despite high rates of smoking. Okay, the next one should be this one here then. How they explain a bit more, they elaborate a bit further. They theorize that the 1.2 liters of green tea consumed by many Asians each day provides high levels of polyphenols and other antioxidants. Can you see here? Okay, next one. Which one goes next? If you pay attention, then you see it says these compounds, these, right, must be referring to something. These, that must be referring to something. Then if you look here, you'll see polyphenols and other antioxidants. These are the compounds that they mention. Yeah, that they talk about. Okay, so we're just going to drag it here. So work in several ways. This compound may work in several ways to improve cardiovascular health. So the last one must be this to explain further. Specifically, green tea may prevent the oxidation of LDL cholesterol, the bad type, which in turn can reduce the buildup of plaque in arteries, the researchers wrote. So this is our answer here. Okay, next one. Let's get started.